If you want to level up your eBay business, you need to learn how to master this skill to take your business to the next level. Welcome to Flipping and Punching, and today is Monday. Today we're going to talk about how important networking is for your business, and we're going to pull some orders. We got about 24 orders for about $1,100. I didn't really list much this week because I've been gone for the past 4 or 5 days. The first thing we actually sold a ton of boxes. So instead of pulling them all out, I'm just gonna do one big lump. I'm just gonna show you all the boxes at one time to make it simple. Because how many times can I show you guys pulling these boxes? Sold a stack of Chanel boxes, as you guys can see here. These are the magnet boxes. This is a 13-inch one. I think we got 40 bucks for this one. We got 40 bucks for that one. And this one's a little bit bigger. It's about 15 inches. And we got 50 bucks for this one. This is something different, which we haven't sold in the past, but this is actually Chanel's shoebox. Look at the price tag on that. $1,500 for a pair of sneakers. Absolutely insane. Empty shoebox got us 20 bucks. And these are actually, they pop off there. This one actually has paper inside. We'll actually look for this paper because this paper is labeled as Chanel. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it actually has Chanel on the paper. So don't throw out the tissue papers. You guys do get empty boxes. The dust bags also bring extra money. These boxes, we got $39.99 plus shipping. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I paid 30 bucks for those 6 boxes, and we sold those, I think, for around 240 bucks combined. All the 6 boxes are going to, I think, are like 3 or 4 different buyers. If you guys see designer boxes, don't pass them up, pick them up. The magnetic boxes usually bring around anywhere from 30 to 50 bucks. This past weekend, I actually headed to Virginia to meet up with the Commonwealth Picker. I actually stayed with him for like 4 days. All right, next time we sold is actually a jewelry box. All the other boxes that we're selling were like purse boxes. This is actually a jewelry box from Van Cleef. Over here in my drawer, actually, look at this cool thing. Picked this up at the flea market. I paid, I think, 5 bucks for it. I think I can get, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 bucks for these. Some of these actually bring really good money. I had no idea. All right. So this Van Cleef box right here, this is a jewelry box. And then also I sold 2 of these cleaning kits. So these are Van Cleef cleaning kits. I got $29.99 plus shipping for each one of these, so 60 bucks there. This box this is actually a jewelry box. You got $39.99 plus shipping. I think I paid 5 bucks for this. The cleaning kits, I have like 2 bucks or 3 bucks into them. So the past weekend, I went to Virginia to hang out with the Commonwealth Picker. He invited me, the Death Pile Picker up there. We had Jimmy Old School Flips, Joe the Philly Picker. We also had 10 over the years. Eric, the OBX Picker. We were all up there. We had a great time. Actually, Uncle Steve as well, which is Kevin's uncle. I want to talk about today how important it is for networking, because every time I put out a picking video with other people, people always put in the comments, why do you pick with other people? Why are you guys sharing items? Because it's not just about sharing items. We can go picking anywhere and we can get a lot of good items. The wealth of knowledge I get when I go picking, one of my weakest categories is glassware, and hanging out with Kevin, hanging out with Tim over the years is a wealth of knowledge. If you guys aren't familiar with Tim or Eric OBX, I'll put a little picture of what their YouTube page is right here. Go check them out. They have such a wealth of knowledge. Every Tuesday morning they go live. They're listing online. They're answering questions in the chat. They're a wealth of knowledge, but they are great people to go picking with. But part of the reason I bring that up here because it goes to the next item I sold. So when we're out and about, Kevin called me and told me that there was a guy that had a bunch of cards and stuff like that and toys. He said, come check it out. I know this is some stuff that you're looking for. I went over to the guy's place and he had a bunch of graded sports cards, wax boxes, stuff that I've been looking for recently. If you guys have been watching my videos, I've been picking a ton of that stuff up. The guy was really cool. I wouldn't have gone there if it was for Kevin. This is why networking is so important. When you network with other resellers, let them know what you want to look for. They're going to give you a call or reach out to you when there's stuff that's there that they're not going to buy or they're not interested in. So here, let me show you what the next time we sold. So he had this Mickey Mantle. Now, if you guys saw the channel, I actually just sold 2 Mickey Mantle cards. This is a PSA graded number 2. This is from 1960. So a very low graded card in 1960, but it presents really well. The reason why I pick up a lot of low-end cards, because if you guys get this card in a high grade, you're talking... Do you have something to say to the camera? What do you have to say? If you had this in a very high grade, you're talking 5 figures for a card. It's hard to get this in a high grade that for the average person to afford. So me personally, when I'm out and about, I like to pick up a lot of vintage cards that are in low grade. A 1, a 2, 3, 4, somewhere in that ballpark of Hall of Fame players like Mickey Mantle. The reason for that, because they're more reasonable. So the guy had it there. We looked at comps. Comps are kind of over the place. He actually cut me a deal. He sold me this car for $200. I listed on eBay. I sold it in less than 48 hours for $300. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's not big margins, but sports cards are super easy to flip and super easy to ship. I literally made, after fees, I'll make about 60 bucks on this card. And I literally had it on eBay. I'm gonna put it in a box and ship off. Bought it for $200, sold it for $300 in less than 48 hours. Going back to what I was saying earlier is, Don't pass up vintage cards that look rough or beat up. They are good starter cards for people that want to start buying vintage cards because they're more affordable. The average person can afford $100, $200, $300 for a sports card, can't afford tens of thousands of dollars for these high-end sports cards. So they can still get a piece of their childhood, still get a piece of their favorite players growing up, but at a low entry. I'm very big on the low entry on sports cards, on higher end cards, because you can still own a piece of history for a reasonable price. So we got $300 plus shipping on this. Another reason why I talk about why network is so important, because you guys want to network with other resellers. When I'm networking with Kevin, Kevin knows I sell a lot of Disney stuff. So when he was at a tent sale, if you guys aren't familiar with what a tent sale is, it's almost like a pop-up flea market. They call it a tent sale. Kevin called me. He had a guy that he dealt with in the past. He said, hey, the guy has a ton of Disney plush. Down here, there'd be something that you might be interested in for your future whatnots. And look what I ended up picking up. I mean, I literally bought hundreds of Disney plush, all brand new with tags. So we're gonna be popping these off in our upcoming whatnots. We'll probably end up running buyer's choice. We'll put 5 or 6 of these up, and then whoever wins get to pick which one they want. The guy ended up hooking me up on a big deal on these. I paid like, I don't know, $1, $1.25, $1.50 a piece for these. He sold me this entire tote for $100. So I'm assuming there's gotta be close to 100, or if not, maybe 70, 80 of them in there. So I got a little over $1 into each one of these. I wouldn't have made that deal if I wasn't networking with Kevin, and Kevin got me in touch with a contact there that he's bought from in the past, and they know that we buy in bulk, and he just wanted to move them. Part of the reason was this guy bought 600 of these plushes. The ones that have like pleather on their feet, because of the heat, they started to flake off. So he just wanted to move them because he's afraid they're going to damage due to the heat. He pretty much sold them to us at cost, which is great for us. You know, we get these at a great deal, and also helps him move items that frees up space for him. But this is why networking is so important. Let me show you guys one of my favorite picks the entire weekend. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys, it's not worth much, but it's super cool. I've actually never seen it before. It's a California raisin stage. Stage is actually a sandwich, and it comes with a 3 figure. How cool is that right now? Yeah, I don't know, but this is simple things in life that make me so happy. Then I started thinking, why hasn't anyone brought back the California raisins? We need those brought back, guys. Someone bring those back. All right, next time we sold is actually a Funko Pop. I actually had this in my personal collection, and I finally decided to get rid of it. I just started running out of space. This is Little Shop of Horrors. This is Audrey #2. I mean, that plant, man, that plant was awesome. That came from a massive pickup I did. I may have 5 or 10 bucks into it. I had it listed for $49.99. I think I set an offer for $45 plus shipping, and the buy accepted, so we got $45 plus shipping on that. All right, next time we sold is actually a hat. This is a Planet Hollywood hats from Orlando. It's actually a snapback. This was actually bought by a viewer. Mickey actually bought this, sent me a message saying that last time they were in Orlando, they actually went to Planet Hollywood. They nerded out by seeing all the things. It was all over the walls there, so they wanted to buy this hat to remember the trip. Had it listed for $9.99, ended up selling for $8.99. They're actually on YouTube as McFlippins. Appreciate the purchase. The next time I actually listed on eBay and then crossed this over Mercari, and then got kicked off Mercari because apparently you can't list these on Mercari. And I think ADH Dave found this out the hard way. In drawer #1, Disney pins. Oh, there it is. I think this is it. This is actually the Chicago World Fair, 1933. I got this from Papa Punchin'. Had it listed for $49.99. It's been up to a couple months. Someone just sent me an offer for 25 bucks and I accepted. I may have like 10 bucks into it maybe. So I got 25 bucks plus shipping on that. I love smalls because they don't take up a lot of space. All right, next time we sold is actually a Disney pin. This is the 5-year pin. This is actually a Disney service pin. As you can tell, this is Donald Duck. It says 5 years on it. For those who don't know, this was actually given to employees for the amount of years he had service at Disney. So this employee had 5 years service and got a 5-year service pin. I think we sold this for $39.99 plus shipping. Correction, I actually sold that for $49.99. It's so important for you guys to start networking with other resellers. Everyone's gonna come across some good deals from time to time. It may not be what they wanna buy though. I can't tell you how many deals I passed up because there's plenty of money to be made. It was something I either A, didn't have the room for, or B, didn't want to sell or take on because they didn't know enough about it. But knowing those things and being able to communicate with other local resellers, it works both ways. You send them a lead, they send you a lead. This is how you guys can level up. This is how you guys can grow. A time of need or in a bind, you can reach out to other local resellers or, you know, sell off some of your inventory if you needed to, or if you need to downsize or take your time away. Also, too, you're gonna learn a lot from what they buy. You can ask them questions, use those as a point of reference. I would tell you one of the biggest advantages I have over a lot of other resellers now, on the Tuesday night show with the Nurse Flipper, we bring 2 new guests on each Tuesday night, and I get to network and talk to all these other resellers, and I learn a lot from what they're doing outside their business, inside their business, you know, what they're doing on YouTube, what they're doing to network, how they're getting their inventory, for everything from buying storage lockers to auctions to buying wholesale. I mean, these are things that are gonna help you level up in the future. So Highly recommend you guys start doing that now with your local resellers. So I'm sitting here printing off labels and I just received a negative feedback. I sold a PS1 game for $8.99. It was going to Canada, eBay International Shipping Program. I printed the label directly from eBay and the item was not received by the buyer. The postal man said that insignificant address. So let me feedback say that I did not receive my parcel. I'm assuming he's probably French Canadian because the language is a little off on this feedback, but he says, I did not receive my parcel and I'm absolute that my address is correct. Delivery guy is a complete imbecile. I checked the tracking. It said that they could not, insignificant address couldn't deliver the item. So he left me negative feedback because the delivery guy couldn't deliver his item. This is one of the most frustrating things with eBay, when you have negative feedback for stuff you can't control or doesn't reflect about you or your business. I sent him an email stating that I am sorry your item didn't arrive. I saw you left me negative feedback. Negative feedback had nothing to do with on my end. I was able to ship the item in the proper timely manner, and then it went to eBay to ship to you, and it wasn't being able to deliver by your postal service. So your negative feedback is about the delivery man, not about my service. Would you consider revising your feedback? A request to revise the feedback, and then I also put in a request to eBay to revise the feedback due to it being an international shipping order and not being able to deliver an item. And the negative feedback isn't about me, it's about the delivery man. So we'll see what happens. And since I just got back in town, I'm still dealing with this other negative feedback, but I got a video coming out here in the near future about that negative feedback, that first one I got, and you guys are gonna be shocked by some of the outcomes that have come from that. Anyway, let's go back to pulling some orders. All right, next time we sold is a Star Wars toy. This is the first order, as you see right here. Bought this at a yard sale. Was complete at, well, close to being complete at a yard sale. This came from that Star Wars buy that I overpaid for, unfortunately. Had it listed for $34.99. Buyer sent me an offer for $26.99 or $26. I accepted. I just want them gone. So I got 26 bucks plus shipping. Hopefully at the end of the day, I'll probably just break even on these, unfortunately. So it was a bad buy. All right, so next time we sold, this is something that I normally don't sell. This is actually super cool. It's definitely old and vintage. I saw this at a yard sale. When I was at a yard sale one time, it's about bullfighting. I asked them the backstory of this. They said they bought it when they went to Spain. This is many, many years ago. This is definitely old and vintage. Me and my wife went to Barcelona, Spain for our honeymoon. And I found out when I was over there that they no longer do bullfighting. It's actually banned over in Barcelona and many other parts of Spain. So when I saw, knowing that backstory and knowing that when I saw this, I thought I'd pick it up. Had it listed on eBay for a while. I think I had it for $49.99. A buyer, Taiwan, bought it. So we sold it for $49.99 plus shipping. I think I paid $5 for it. I like to expand what I sell sometimes, and this is something super cool, and I'm glad to see it sell. So if I see stuff like this in the future, I'll pick it up. It's easy to store. I just wish it sold a little bit faster. Maybe I had it priced a little too high. I don't know. All right, next time I sold, it was a pair of shoes. I got this when I was at the Peaches the Beaches. Went to a guy's house for a private pick. That's what I got all the model cars for. And he had 2 pairs of Nike shoes he ended up selling me for like 20 bucks. All right, over here in A1, these black hair and black shoes right here. He said he only wore them once. I mean, they look brand new. Had them listed for $34.99. Buyer sent me an offer for 25 bucks and I accepted. So I got $25 plus shipping. This will cover pretty much all my expenses. Next, when I sell the other pair of shoes, it'll be pure profits. Man, let me tell you, I'm so tired from this trip. When I go on these long trips, it probably takes me like a day or 2 to recover. So I didn't really sleep well last night. Yeah, I'm a little out of it today. So we talked about earlier about networking. And I realized that for me, networking comes naturally. And I realize a lot of other people may not know even where to start. So one thing that I want to look out for is on Facebook, see if there's a local reselling group in your area or your surrounding areas. A lot of times there are, you can meet up. Just here in the Tampa Bay area, there's a Tampa Bay Facebook group for resellers. So I have attended that a couple times. Also too, go to the flea markets. That's a great way to network with other people. If you're a regular at a flea market, they'll start bringing you stuff if you pay up and you let them know what you're looking for. Build relationships with those vendors. It's very important. Let everyone know what you do. Post on Facebook. Let your friends and family know what you do, because that's going to be the first people that help you out. And that's going to be the first people that will send you leads. So I do that. I have friends and family reach out to me all the time. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You know, just depending what they have. Highly recommend doing that. When you guys have garage sales, let people know what you do and what else you're looking for. Give them your number, take their number down. It's really important to build those relationships, especially if they have other stuff they want to get rid of later on, or they may know somebody. That's how you build relationships. Trust me, it will pay off 10 times fold down the line. All right, next time we actually sold another box. This is the Louis Vuitton slide box. Paid $5 for this. I have a bunch of these listed on eBay right now. We ended up selling that for $24.99 plus shipping. So on my way back from Virginia, I had a 12-hour drive. So I got a lot of business calls done. I did a lot of thinking about my business, kind of what I want to do, restructure. And you guys know I'm on Operation CSO. We're trying to clear shit out. But I don't have a workspace. And it's getting to the point where I have to move stuff around. I'm moving stuff around more than I'm actually working sometimes, and that's frustrating. So What the hell was that? You okay? I think my cat's gonna go throw up. Ugh. Anyway, yep, she's throwing up right now. I can't get through any of these videos without these pets doing something strange or weird. Let me go clean this up. I'll be right back. Get pets, they said. It'll be fun, they said. So I had a long drive back, and I started debating myself. I'm really thinking about getting another storage unit just for like a month or two, so I can move stuff from my garage there, so I have a place to operate, place to work. I looked at some storage units. I can probably get one for like $100 a month for 2 months. I'm thinking just 2 months just to clear stuff out. But also too, I could pull up my shelves in the garage, go through what I have listed on eBay, combine totes together, free up a lot of space, finally get organized. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? You think I should? You think that's worth the investment? At this point in time, I'm just having merchandise laying around, not being listed. I need to get organized with it, be more functional. I have no process in place right now. It's hindering the business. Let me know what you think. If you guys have any solutions, let me know in the comments down below, but I'm actually really leaning to that. I looked into them this morning. There's one available. It's indoor, climate control, 10 by 10. I get it for about $100 a month. No, I think it's like $78 with tax, and they charge you a stupid $30 administration fee for signing up. Storage units are such a scam. But anyway, I just pulled these last couple orders, and I gotta go pick the kid up. All right, we sold one of these Kodak Space Wolves, one of those gaming mags for an RPG game. I have less than $1 on that. Came from a massive buy at the flea market, and I sold that for $12 plus shipping. I think I had it listed for $14.99. They sent me an offer for $12, and I accepted. Next time we sold a Funko Darth Maul. This is an Amazon exclusive. Darth Maul. Had this listed for maybe $26.99 or $29.99. Buyer sent me an offer for $23, and I accepted. So I got $23 plus shipping. All right, so I can't believe this. I left to go pick up my stepson from school, came back 20 minutes later, and eBay sent me an email that they have already removed the negative feedback. I get to fell into the policy because it had to do with international shipping, negative feedback for international shipping, and it's something that has to do with the shipping process or customs or not being delivered. eBay always sides with the seller in those, which is good to see that they're still doing that and that they removed it so fast. All I have to say is good job, eBay. A lot of YouTubers go out there and bash eBay. I do every once in a while when there's issues. For the most part, I think eBay does one hell of a job. They are a quick response to this one, quick action. All right, next time we sold is actually a Disney pin. All right, this is a Star Wars pin. I think this is it right here. Star Wars Galaxy Edge. On behalf of Disney's Hollywood Studios leadership team, thank you for bringing Star Wars Galaxy Edge to life. May the Force be with you. This came in that auction buy that Papa Punchin picked up for me. We paid like $200 for like 50 or 60 pins. This was in there. Had it listed for $34.99. I sent out best offer for $29.99 and the buyer accepted. Got $29.99 plus shipping. Man, I keep thinking about getting the storage unit because if I get this storage unit, can move all my stuff from my garage out there, have a workspace to be more functional. Also too, maybe I can move some stuff from my shipping warehouse over to that smaller storage unit just for the time being, because I actually have a giant shelf I need to set up in there, and hopefully I can start reducing some of that merchandise in there. That would be the ultimate goal. Still debating about it, what to do. All right guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up the video right here. I'm gonna package up these items here. I've had a long weekend. I got a ton of stuff to do. I got a bunch of listings I need to do. Get the rest of these items shipped out. Till next time guys, make sure you guys keep flipping and punching.